Buddy, welcome to Brews and Blades, March 21st, 2021. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Always much appreciated. All that stuff. Michael Morgan, Zach, Jackster, Keith, as always. Let's see if you can see some other ones up here. I have to scroll back. Jock, Icon, Katie Haskins, who's not Katie Haskins, Tom Kinchi. We'll get there eventually. Monster Racing. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. It's always one of the highlights of my week. Always just to come and hang out with you guys. Ooh, red. I saw lasers from my my mouse. Looks like a Cylon or something. So not too many new knives to talk about this week. Had kind of a slow week as far as stuff coming in. Just sort of, getting ready for stuff to review this week. I have one I'm going to show you shortly that will be up tomorrow. Actually, I already recorded it last week, but I got the okay to actually put it out tomorrow, so you guys will be seeing that. I don't know if people mess up your last name. Yeah, you're in a whole new dimension of messing up names when you're dealing with me. Do want to start out by thanking Indiana Knives. There's a link down below. Use that. You get $10 off, or 10% off. So go check them out down below. Always very much appreciate their sponsorship. Always have really good stock of stuff. Always get some pretty cool stuff in as well. So I do really appreciate them being a sponsor of Brews and Blades as always. Always appreciate you guys being on as well. If you want to support the channel, as always, you click that join button, or do the super chat thing if you just want to do a one-time thing, or join the Patreon. And then either one of those, the join button or the Patreon, you get access to our Discord, which has been a lot of fun, growing really fast. I really enjoy it. I do Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. I do live voice chats. Rarely winds up being about knives. It's just whatever subject we get into, and it goes all over the board, and it's a lot of fun. I really do enjoy those a lot, and they go quite a long time. I think the last time was like 2 hours. I don't know if I'm going to do one of those that long again, but yes, Grumpy Grunt, Eric does rock at Indiana Knives. He definitely rocks. I don't know what his preferred method of music listening is, but he definitely rocks for sure. And yeah, thank you for putting up that link to the join button, Keith. I appreciate that. Today's beer, same beer as last week, but it's not the usual reason. Usually when I have the same beer as last week, it's because I didn't drink all of them and I had a couple left and I was lazy. No, I went and bought more of this. I really do like it. Rock Brewing Logarithm Lager. Just a really good, easy drinking beer, and really, really do like it. And they are right here in Rochester, New York. Right, that's South Union. That's probably less than a mile from here anyway. So very much enjoy it. And I'm drinking out of the Southern Edge Knife Works metal koozie. Go to SouthernEdgeKnifeWorks.com. Use the code SDSEK at checkout. Get 15% off. I'll stumble over it, but I'll get there. Good with Grumpy Grunt says a beer with a good pun name is always good, worth checking out. Yes, I find usually people who can make clever jokes with their names usually are also fairly clever at making beer. Three Heads Brewing is fantastic as well, Bennett. I know you're a fellow Rochester guy. I'm actually very, very good friends with the Three Heads guys, and I think once we can get together, meet face to face, you may see them being a sponsor of this show, because they are all really good friends of mine and just great people. And their new, I guess you can't call it a tasting room. It's a lot more than that. It's like a proper bar. I've actually got to do stand up there before, which was awesome. And yeah, I can't wait to be able to do that again. So Grateful Panic says your internet's being a jerk. I apologize for that. You know, it's a series of tubes. Maybe one of your tubes is clogged. Might be Brothers and Blade. What's up? Hey, Sergeant Kong, how's it going? It's good to see you. Buddy of mine is up there and always trying to get me to go into Ommegang. Ommegang is really good as well. I like Ommegang ciders too. Ommegang ciders are amazing. I think it's probably my favorite thing from them is their ciders. Grateful Panic says my tubes might be tied. Oh, well, at least you don't have to worry about lining up with more baby computers. I don't know. I'm not very good at that analogy. It went too far. Sometimes you just have to realize the joke isn't working and abandon it. There you go. Thanks for the link, Keith. Anthony Roush, I did not get a sword yet, and I'm kind of mad at MC about that because we had a pact that we were going to buy each other swords. I'm glad you brought it up. I'm not mad at you for bringing it up. He is a jerk face. We had a pact we were going to buy each other swords because my wife will not allow me to buy a sword. So his idea was, let's buy each other swords. And I said, that's a great idea. Let's do that. Then he just went and bought one and then told his readers to harass me because I hadn't bought one yet. I can't buy one. It will make my wife angry. So I have not bought one. He was my way to get one, and he just went and bought one for his damn self. So this is MC being a snivelly little weasel. That Wahlberg-looking piece of filth pie. Kevin Campbell, what if you trade for a sword as Zedel? I don't think so. We had it all set, and he just went ahead and did it. I don't like lying to my wife, so that was the loophole. I told her that he was going to buy me one, and she said, fine, whatever. So I had all the approval and everything, and then he just went and didn't do it. So he is a backtracker. That is why I don't have a sword. Lesser Wahlberg, as it says in my phone. That is what he is in my phone. When he calls me, it says Lesser Wahlberg is calling. But yeah, so there's no sword in the future. I have a couple of big machetes already. I have a couple of big, nice machetes, but I just don't have any proper swords. And he got one that I would have wanted, too. Wow, unsub from MC. Yeah, so he went after me and had all you guys ask me when I'm getting a sword. Reply to him and say, why did you buy a sword without talking to Slicey first? Reply and say that to him. Or no, better yet, why did you backtrack on your deal with Slicey? Say that. Why did you backtrack on your deal with Slicey? Whatever method you have of contacting him, in his comments, sending a message to him on Instagram, whatever. No, Randy, I didn't buy that for him. He went and bought it himself. That was the deal. So say, why did you backtrack on your deal with Slicey? Icon, is he only allowed to have one sword? No, but now he's got his own. He's going to do all of his videos with it, and that was the whole plan. He just went back on it. Our feud deepens. Brand new white guy into pocket knives. I've talked about it a little bit in videos, but I don't know. I think just kind of the toolness and mechanicalness of them. I pity the fool. Backtracks on Slice. He posted cell phone number. No, I'm not going to dox him over it. I'm not that mad about it. I'm not that mad about it. But I do want people to ask him, why did you backtrack on your deal with Slicey? I want a top Storm Vector, something fierce. I don't even, Grumpy Grunt, I never even got a chance to really shop around for swords. Like, we even had like a price limit and everything. And then he just went and bought one that's way over the price limit that we set, by the way, as well. Sword for Slicey, yeah. I think he should still buy me a sword. That's how I think it should go. I think that's the only reparations I will accept in this battle, is that he still buys me one. Thunderbird Blade says, hey, Slicey, sad news about Sabine. I know you live near her in Germany. Yeah, she lived across the street from me. That was very, very sad. I hadn't spoken to her since, I'm going to guess probably 2004-ish. But still very, very sad. She was the funniest and yet most terrifying woman I ever met in my life. She was just good neighbor. Yelled at my kids a little bit, but they were loud American kids in a little tiny German village. But we got to be friends for a brief time, and she, at the time, was driving the Nürburgring taxi. When I first met her, it was before she was on Top Gear and everything. If you don't know, Sabine Schmitz, amazing driver. She's been on Top Gear a whole bunch. She was host of German Top Gear. First woman to win the 24 Hours in Nürburgring. Won it 2 years on the trot. Amazing driver. And yeah, she was my neighbor. She passed away sadly at 51 earlier this week from cancer. And it was very upsetting to me. And yeah, but she taught me how to drive the ring, yelled at me, and hit me at 130 miles an hour. She struck me at 130 miles an hour in a E30 BMW M3. She was a good instructor, but a strict one. So yeah, thank you for mentioning that. I do appreciate it. That has been very upsetting the last couple of days, because I just hadn't spoken to her in so long, and I'd even been back to Germany a couple of times and thought about looking her up and swinging by and saying hi, and I never did, and I feel very, very bad about that. So, keep that in mind, with your friends. I had the opportunity to see her again, and I just never did, and that's on me, and I feel very bad about it. What was the price limit? Oh, the sword thing. We said $250 to $300. I think the one he got was 600. I don't know. I don't know a lot about swords. I knew, we looked around enough to find out you could get something decent in that, but yeah, thank you for the donations for Sword Funny. No, I want to make MC pay for it. I think you guys should wait till his next live show, and you should all donate money to him and say it's for him to buy me a sword. What do you think of that Native Chief and Rex 45? Jacob says, I didn't get it. I had a Rex 45 Native 5. I don't really like that color, at all. And it was... I wound up getting the S90V Native Chief, so... There'd be good. He'd just buy another sword. Yeah, he probably would, the little weasel. And that's what's funny, too. He thinks he's going to start jokes with me. He thinks that I'm not going to retaliate, that I'm just going to roll over and take people bothering me in the comment section on my videos. No. No. I am not above revenge. Dusty Butler says, what's up, Slicey? Been a while since I've attended. My dad caught COVID-19 at Christmas and just now got to the hospital. Wow, I'm glad he's out of the hospital. That's very good news. Things are emotional and crazy. Glad to be here. Yeah, I'm so glad that she's that he's out of the hospital. That's really good news. I didn't wind up in the hospital. It just was very, very bad. Bully, just buy a damn sword. No, it's a matter of principle now. It's a matter of principle. Could I just go tomorrow and order a sword and explain everything to my wife? I probably could. Am I going to do it? No. No, I'm not going to do it. It's a matter of principle. There was a deal in place. He went against it. I'm going to download the video and I'm going to snip out that part where we talked about it, and I'm going to put it up on Instagram. So you guys can see we had a conversation. It was the last time I appeared on his Sunday knife chat thing. There's a clip in there, about 3 minutes. We talked about swords. We laid out exactly what we were going to do. And he just didn't do it. Brian Quigley, nice quiet car. You tried the Drift 2 yet? I really want to get the Drift 2. I'm sure that I will get one. I'm sure that I will wind up with one at some point. I did not get in on that first drop. Are they still available? I didn't even look. I've been kind of baroque the last couple of weeks. Getting ready for my daughter's birthday and going to college and graduation and all that. Thank you, Kevin. Any way you can bother MC makes me happy. What's on the wrist today? My newest acquisition I got in a trade. This is one I've wanted forever. I know that I said my Omega Speedmaster Planet Ocean that I have was my Grail watch, but this was really close. I was so excited to get this. It's the Full Metal G-Shock. The GMW B5000, I think it is. So it's very shiny. Rob from Random Rob calls it the Bling Master. Now I get it. I totally get why they why he calls it that, because it looks blingy like in videos, but it is way more blingy in person. I actually just just earlier today I was sitting on the couch and the light was reflecting off of it and driving my cats insane. I actually had to take it off because there was so many lights just going around the room and it was making them mad. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Good to see you. Brian Quigley says that watch is a brick. It really isn't. It's 150 grams, 155 grams, which is the same as any other, pick a Pick a any automatic dive watch on a bracelet. They weigh about the same or a little bit more. Was it a trade with Saint Nick Shabazz? No, it was not. It was from Buddha EDC on Instagram. So I had a knife I've been trying to sell forever. He'd been trying to sell this forever. Worked out perfectly. I've always wanted one, so now I have this. I still would have rather had the cash for the knife, but not now that I have this. Now that I have this, I'm like, no, this was a good decision. This is super cool. Chris Jaskolski, how do you feel about the new tactile turn knife? Looks promising. It really does. I would agree with that. I don't have it because I asked them if they would send me a sample, and they said we would, but we're already oversold. So they didn't want to send me one. So I am on the list to buy one, though. So I will get it. I will have that. And it is very cool. I do really like the look of it. Tactile Turn makes amazing stuff. Yeah, I have one of their pens in my pocket right now. Like, Tactile Turn just makes unparalleled quality stuff. I can't wait to get my hands on one of those. Yeah, click them like he likes all this stuff. Brian Cooley, do you have a field watch recommendation? We usually try and do watch stuff afterwards, but Hamilton is always good. If you want to spend less, your basic Seiko 5 SNK 809 is a really, really good watch. The D10 is light on the tactile turn. I don't know. I only know one person that has one that's been talking about it to me. Shabazz has one, and he says it's nearly perfect. So I don't know. What's your opinion on James brand knives? Meh. I don't dislike them as much as a lot of people do, Nathan, but it's meh. My Growlitch is cheap Swatch watch given out of the free Taco Bell circa 1984 and had Max had him on the face. Oh yeah, those were cool. I remember those. Wusung Shim, highest D, I'm back 4th time here. Well, thank you for coming back. Did you get the micarta half-track scale drop? No, Dusty, I didn't even see it, or I probably would have. This is the first I've heard of that. I've not been on the Instagrams much the last couple days. I've had a very, very busy few days, So what do we have laid out here? Oh, we have over 100. So before we get to what's laid out, what's everyone carrying? We're over 100, so we like to do that. So what's everybody carrying? Yes, Brian Quigley, this does come in micarta as well, I believe. I think it does. It comes in other colors for sure other than the purple. Excuse me, gosh. Bennett says, sold a Wii kite fin today, bought a Wisp, still trying to find a keeper Wii Civivi. I understand that. I don't have a ton of like keeper Wiis, a few Civivis, but only 2, and one of them is kind of maybe on the block. I need to hydrate before I scroll back and read through all your stuff. I got a bit of the tickle in the throat there. Oh, a TRM Atom, good choice. Koenig Aries Flipper Delete. Crickets, I really want one of those very, very desperately. Malibu! Mine, by the way, was the Quiet Carry Waypoint is what I was carrying. I went very, very shiny and silvery today with that watch and that tactile turn pen I just showed you in this, and blacked out Wii Fornix. Those are pretty cool. I'm semi-interested in one of those. Benchmade 945, nice. Spider Monkey, always an amazing choice. Leong Malani 2. Shiro Kami. That's the new one, right? Kaiser Cormorant. Alamic Whippersnapper. Rennie Slice Day says, just by any chance do you happen to be in a Doctor Who? Yes. You've apparently not watched closely my videos where my face is revealed. There is much Doctor Who merchandise in my head behind me when I'm doing those. There's a Dalek and there's a TARDIS thing. I rotate stuff in and out, but there's usually a lot of Doctor Who back there. Haven't watched much since the lady took over. Not because she's a lady, just I don't like the show. I don't like the new showrunners. I don't care that she's a lady. That's fine. It's just I don't like the showrunners. Crawdag Jigbone. Who is your who? My doctor is David Tennant. Tactile Turn Slim Pencil. Protec and Bug Out today. That's a good one. Yeah, I thought that was the new Shiro. Very, very nice. I need to get me a Shiro. That's kind of one of my goals by the end of the year. Sell some stuff and get a Shiro. Justin EDC just made a deal on my first Hinder day, and you sent me pictures. You made a deal on a very, very good one as well. Cole Nolan, SOCOM Manual, it's a good one. Yeah, Rennie, I think it's you said Tom Baker's your doctor. It depends on when you got into it, and I got into it when it came back. So I only had the one season of Christopher Eccleston, who I really liked him as well, and then it transitioned to David Tennant, and David Tennant was my guy. Like that's when I really, really got into it. Tried to get a Lady Doctor, maybe only halfway through the first episode. I made it halfway through the first season, but anyone else grab the DLT Swedge Spear Eclipse? I did not because I have the Bowie, but I do know a couple guys who did get them. Yes, Brian, finally a Shiro. Yeah, it's always hard to get the one that I want and all that stuff, but I think that's my like grail knife now, so I could let a couple Hinderers go or something and get one. I might do that. Hello, Chris. Yeah, I think that's what I was saying, Rennie. I think whoever the doctor who was the doctor when you really got into it, that's always your doctor forever. Does Shiro make anything sub 3-inch? Not to my recollection, Bennett. And let's grab a DLT Crewwear 8020. Man, I've been not paying attention this week. I didn't know that was the thing either. They did Crewwear 8020s? Wow. Ender still has all the textured and smooth micarta half-track scales aside. Perhaps I'll pick one up tomorrow. I get paid on the morrow. I get that sweet YouTube money. Maybe I will get one of those. Lucked out getting a Neutron too. Look at the Irish. Congratulations for you. The sun was surely shining upon your ass. Ours, sorry. I said it American. Crewwear is the ultimate still for the 8020 platform. Hope they do more. I don't know. I like my 3V, Bryce. I think my 3V is kind of cool. How dare I? How dare you, MC? How dare you? How dare you come into my house when you are the one whose idea this was, and then you didn't follow up on it. You welched on it, and now you come in and say, how dare I? And you challenge me to a sword duel when you know very well that I don't have one because of you. Oh, look at the balls on this guy. Look at the balls on this guy. Unbelievable. You get a few muscles. You live in Kansas where you don't see people other than like once every couple weeks. The only person you talk to is your brother and your wife and your kids. And you get like this big ego and you think you can just come in here swinging around your big giant sword that you bought when that's not how it was supposed to do. It's not how it was supposed to go. He'll never sword fight me. I actually know how to fight with a sword. I took a class in college. It's all that ranch dressing, yeah. Yep. No, I don't want you guys to give me money for give me money. That's fine, but not for the sword. And MC has to raise the money to buy me a sword because that was the deal, and he didn't do it. Leave it to Slicey to not bring a sword to a sword fight. Take a class on how to beat the shit out of someone with a pickle. You don't have to hit me with a pickle. All you gotta do is brandish a pickle and I'll run away. They're disgusting. TPK, what are people talking about? Oh my. MC being a welshing piece of crap. That's what we're talking about. Where's the Stitch? I'll bring the Stitch out. I didn't even get a chance to talk about stuff that's out here because we got distracted by sword stuff. But we'll put the Wii away. That's down here a lot. The Wii away. That's fun to say. The Wii away. Yes, how dare he? Yeah, I don't know how he possibly thought this was going to end well for him. I was letting it go. I wasn't saying anything about it. And then he had to pull that crap on his live show last night. He poked the bear. I'll bring the mini buster back on a little bit. It's just been on here a lot, so I don't show it as much as I used to. MC, the last thing I'm going to say about this is you realize that I do this for a living, right? Like, making people who bother me look dumb is my job. Don't poke the bear. If MC buys you a sword, it should be made from 154 CM. MCC. I like him. I like 154 very much. Will they come out with a big boy buster? I mean, Snex themselves did, the designers of it, but I don't know if they will. Metal Complex, I have no feelings and no soil. See, you tried to say no soul and be self-deprecating, and then you spelled it wrong. You have no soil. No grass around his house at all. It's just rocks. He just lives on a pile of rocks. See, I didn't give MC any crap about it yesterday or today because I knew it would come up in my show and I was saving it. I just was sitting on it. You know when you got something on somebody and you just sometimes instead of just letting it go right away, it's nice just to you know put it in your pocket for a couple days. Just put it in your pocket. Just hold on to it until the right time. And then you unleash it. It's like when you catch your spouse doing something wrong. It's not that big a deal, but you don't confront them about it. You just hold it in your pocket for a couple weeks until you just want to unleash it. So this is clearly what it's doing for a hot minute. It's only been like one day. I mean, he bought the sword, and I thought, what the hell, man? I thought we were by each other's swords, but I didn't say anything about it. And then he brought it up on his show and told people to bother me about it, and they did. I haven't even gone back and watched the show. I had probably, over various like YouTube comments and messages, I probably had 40 messages about it. You're a man, nothing your spouse does is ever wrong. Oh, sometimes. And they did do that. I've been seeing MC lurking on some watch channels. You think about getting a Hamilton MC? He actually, I will to him. He has a very nice watch. He has a Seiko Samurai, which is I have one of those as well, and it is a very, very nice watch. I will not knock him for his, but he wears a Samsung smartwatch. Rock Brewing Logarithm Lager, same as last week, because I love it, so I went and bought more. Well, I came here for the Instant Pot recipes, staying for the sword talk. Somebody else mentioned my air fryer. A sword is nothing on an air fryer. Man, I've used the hell out of that air fryer. Holy crap. Hey, Samsung is what I rock. It's fine. It's fine. I just don't like smartwatches anymore. It is very good. I'm stoked to get an air fryer. Yeah, I have the big Vortex Instapot brand one, the Insta whatever brand air fryer. Metal Complex. Oh, everyone is going to say we think that we hate each other again. Yep, that's fine with me. You started it. I'll let them ask you. If anybody asks me why do you hate MC, I'm going to say ask him. I'm not going to deny it. I'm just going to say ask him. That's going to be my message now. He knows what he did. Big Red says, I have a roast in the Instant Pot right now. Yeah, I'm going to get I have not used my Instant Pot for a while since I got the air fryer, but this week I'm getting a full chicken to do in it. I love the, like a roast chicken in the Instant Pot. It's very good. Metal Complex Clout equals views. He is killing me in the subs. That is for sure. Apparently make cupcakes in the air fryer. I think you can make just about anything in the air fryer. That's some married couple shit. It is. We've been friends for too long, I think. I think there's at some point, like, you ever have your parents do that, or you have a friend you're hanging out with too much, and your parents say, I don't think you guys should see each other for a week. I think we've reached that point where our parents would be like, I think you're bad influences on each other. I think you should stay away from each other for a week. Jeremy Russell, I wear a Samsung smartwatch, but when I change positions at work, I'm dropping it and getting a G-Shock. Jeremy, I just like not being connected anymore. That's my favorite thing about not having a smartwatch on. Because I don't need to be connected anymore, so therefore I refuse to be. I like my watches that I have to set every day and all that stuff. Although my G-Shock, I don't have to. It connects to the freaking air and also to my phone, so it syncs up all the time. Mark Hole, Slicey versus MC cutting competition with swords. That was the plan. And he just went and bought one. We were supposed to buy each other the swords. That would have made it more challenging because we didn't choose the swords. I'm missing about this sword thing. It's too sordid of a tale to go through, Deadpool. It's a sordid tale. I'm legit about to order your salty ass a sword. Thank you. That is the only apology I will accept. And it better not be crap. It doesn't have to be as expensive as yours. I know you got this big giant thing. MC and Slicey are crossing swords. Metaphorically speaking, yes. I cannot argue that that's what this has evolved into. I would like to say no, that's not what's happening, but it's completely what's happening. Love my Atomic Citizen titanium perpetual watches. They are great. The Atomic watches are it's just easy. It's going to be the M-Tech version of a sword. Buy him a fencing sword. We should get Nick a zirconium Batman mask. I got him a Batman watch for Christmas. Well, not just me. It was my idea, but a bunch of us chipped in and got him a Batman watch. I like I'm Scottish, so I like me a good claymore. If we get to the point of comparing the size of the swords, I'm leaving. It's not the size of your sword, it's how well it cuts, which is still just as bad. Order you a bigger sword than mine. I don't want one bigger than yours. Yours is just showing off. Who's buying the tatami mats? I'll buy the tatami mats. I'll do that. That'll be fair. How can we have a fair sword fight if the person who started the sword fight is ordering the other person's sword? Well, that was kind of the joke, was that we were going to buy each other swords. Is there a Daleka sword? Oh, yeah. Any of your local, head shops probably. They always have swords on the wall, like above the hookahs and stuff. MC bought a compensator sword. Exactly. Exactly, Tom. I ordered mine while I was hydrated. It was my fault. There you go. Thank you for admitting your fault. But it's still fun. I'm still having a lot of fun with this. It'd almost be a worse punishment if I just bought you another sword, and then your wife would be like, Jesus Christ, why are there so many swords around this house? If I had the money, I would not only buy you a sword, I'd buy you like a full kit of armor. It would just show up to your house on a pallet from a truck, and you have a full hand-hammered set of armor. I'd be like asking your clothing size and stuff, and I'd be like, oh, it's because, I'm sponsored by this clothing company. I'm just trying to get you some free stuff. Oh, cool. And then it would show up with this big giant suit of armor. Oh, I have armor. That's what I wear during videos. You have to turn the camera around. This is Sword Exchange Comedy Gold. Yeah, it's gotten out of hand, and it's it's better television that MC Welch. I sent a LARPing episode. Oh, this is one sketch we never did on my old show because we decided to stop doing it. So I used to be the head writer of this weird old television show, and we did a lot of like stunt kind of sketches. And there's this group of people who LARP up in our in a park right near my house, and it's every Saturday and Sunday. There's like 30 people out there LARPing, and I wanted to do like a hidden camera thing and just put on a wizard outfit and just run through there like waving a wand going, kissed a girl, 15 damage, saw a boob, 25 damage, and just run out the other side and keep going. But then we decided to quit doing the show, so we never filmed it. I can just see Metal Complex and Slicey walking around shouting, "Are you not entertained?" Sword fight or old-timey slurs? Oh, I think there will be old-timey slurs involved in a sword fight. It's going to be a sword competition with old-timey slurs. I think that's the only way to settle it now. The retailer had their sword on the coming soon list, so MC bought it. Yeah, I mean, there's knives out here we could talk about, but we got distracted by by sword play. As often happens. As often happens. Second, the stitch action request. Oh, I didn't see the first one. I apologize for that. There can be only one. Yes. Sword-wielding brigands? I can one-hand close this, but it's a thing. It's much easier. Jeremy, this is / was yours. Did you find it really hard to one-hand close? It beyond bangs. She booms. I don't know. It legitimately, like, not as far as like sting your fingers, but you can like feel it like vibrate through your whole hand. now, MC's sending me apologetic text. I know. I'm not really mad. It's just a fun. Manufactured feuds are the best. And he told people to message me. I was going to let it go. Yeah, use the back of your leg to close. Mostly, yeah, that's mostly what I do. I still love carrying it, though. It's cool as balls. Wow, she bangs, she bangs, she booms, she booms. Is this really where we've taken it tonight? Yes, we've come down to that. We've come down to this. I'm gonna buy you a sword, and I will. Once I'm done with it, I will either pay you back or I will sell it and pay you back. But I'm probably just gonna pay you back because I'm probably gonna want to keep it because it's a sword. So which sword are you gonna tell MC to get you? I don't know. Something cool. I don't care. Something cool that'll cut some stuff. Let's be honest. The winner of this little competition is going to be nothing based on how well their sword actually works. It's going to be on the cinematography and the ass hattery in the video. That's who's going to win. It doesn't really matter what the sword is. It's like Top Gear competitions. The guys with the crappiest cars win a lot just because they were funnier. Speaking of balls, what's up with Steve? He was actually on somebody's live show a few weeks ago. He just hasn't been around as much lately. I have TPK put a nice patina on. I don't know if even her ample talents can handle a sword. Share Blade Show West, the duel of slicing MC. We'd need trainer swords for that. I don't want to accidentally lop off somebody's arm. Notice I didn't say I don't want him to lop my arm off because I'm confident in my skills, yo. Let's see how that sword EDCs. I know exactly how that sword would EDC in my town. Tadio would EDC me right to jail. So... "'Tis but a scratch." Yes, Tom, you're right. Ryan Parr, sorry if you're on Tenacious. Seems you prefer the Ergos to the PM2-3. Have you discussed the comparison between them? No, I don't think I have, but I don't know if I prefer. I just think it's excellent. I don't know. I like that you get more useful blade length out of the Tenacious. I think that's part why I like it. The Ergos are just as good, and you get more blade length because you don't have that forward choil. But Yeah, I love the Tenacious. I'm a big fan. Very glad they made this. If you want to say it's overpriced, I cannot argue with you on that. But I really like it. And the S35VN, I really, really like it. A fart in your general direction. Go away, or I will taunt you a second time. Zach stuff, you need a sword rack for your truck. That would be awesome. I still think that would get me pulled over. A lot, even if it was legal, even if I had like an unsharpened like fake one. What's the price? These are $98 in S35VN with the fancy plastic handles, and they're still made in China, but I don't know, I really like it. I'm very glad it exists. Great accent, Brian. Well, thank you, but French is the easiest accent to do because you can just the most over the top you possibly want to be with it, it's still plausible. Like French and Russian, super easy to do French and Russian accents. When I do voiceover stuff, they're my favorite because no matter how ridiculous you get, it's still plausible. Because no matter how over the top French accent you do, some French guy talks like that. Same with Russian. For 98, I think I'd take Tenacious over the PM3 Lightweight. You know what, Clincher? I think I would as well. At least it's centered. Concealed sword carry permit. I must break you. Lovest now thy holy hand grenade of Antioch. You shall count to 3. No more than 3, no less than 3. Not 2. Not 4. 5 is right out. I know way too many. I can't remember the names of people I've known for a decade, but I can remember Monty Python quotes all the time. What do you think a reasonable price is for the Anthem Freedom Van? I would say now they're out of production. I would say, maybe a $40, $50 premium over what they were, but they're insane now. I've seen them for like $750, $800. Enough that I've considered selling mine. I wouldn't sell it for as much as other people are. I don't want to feed that beast, but if somebody just out of the blue offered me $700 for it, I might have to do it, But I don't think it's I don't like to feed that market, but if somebody offered it to me and let me put it up for sale, I'd probably let it go. I love it, but the prices on it have gotten so insane. But speaking of the opposite of high prices, so today it came on Amazon, so that's why it came today. It's a Sunday. But I bought a really cheap watch case, and no, Cole, I can't bring you a Jumbo out because I do not own one. I bought a really cheap watch case, right? And it's obviously like made in China. And I found my second favorite ever line from Chinese instructions, and I have to share it with you guys because it's very, 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 very funny. All of them are funny, but we're gonna say, dear friends, it's an absolute joy for me. It's all computer translated, Unique and thoughtful products designed to make your life easier and beautiful. I am passionate about finding functional solutions for your. This is a watch case. It's a cheap watch case with fake leather on it. Whatever. But number 1, no striking or falls. Okay, because it's glass window. All right. This is my favorite, though. Velvet lining. It's normally. Flocks will drop during transport. Please clean it by yourself. Like you're not allowed to clean it in front of other people. He did go and do it. Wow. Your sword will be delivered on March 30th, apparently. Awesome. I don't even want to know what it is. I'm going to have a big surprise. I'll unbox it, and I will brag. I will brag about how I won. But yeah, please clean it by yourself. It's probably because it's a cheap $15 watch case, and you don't want to show people that you actually bought it. I like this one, too. They just admit that it's crap. Glue smell will be disappeared after you open the box for several days. And they're right. It smells like glue. It smells like Chinese crap. It smells like Harbor Freight. Better not get any help cleaning it. Nope. Yes, Tim, you're right. I'm not going to allow your comment. They held it for review. But yeah, you're right. That is what it sounds like. It sounds like special time instructions. I'm sanitizing what Tim said. It is just weird. I am excited to get the sword, though, MC. This is going to be fun, and I will do an unboxing, and I will credit you for it, like you need my help getting subs, but I will credit you for it, and we'll work something out. I'll pay you back for it or whatever. But thank you for correcting your Welsh on your bet, and now I don't have a gavel. I declare this feud over. There. I've declared it over with, so my gavel hand. I'll have to clean the sword by myself, yes. You always got to clean your sword by yourself. Even if you're in the presence of a loved one who likes to see your sword, they don't want to watch you clean it. That's a alone time thing. Thwack your Microtech is your gavel. There we go. There we go. Can Metal Complex and Slice It be friends again? Oh, we were always friends, but sometimes friends hate each other. Like I said, it's like two kids, like two 5-year-old kids that are best friends and hang out together all the time. And sometimes their parents have to separate them for a week or two. They happened to meet one of my friends. One of us would do something really bad and we'd blame it on the other one. And they'd say, you guys can't play together for a week. No, it's not love-hate. It's all love. We are very good friends. We like each other a lot. It's just if we find an opportunity to make fun of each other or give each other a hard time, it's irresistible. Can you get Shabazz in on this sword competition? I'm pretty sure that he would not. He is dignified enough to not accept. What's going on? There was sword play that was unrequited, and it's been a whole thing. Mrs. Complex would be calling Mrs. Slice. You're both grounded. Yeah, I'm lucky that she's doing homework right now, or she'd probably be on here and she'd have seen this whole thing. I'll ask for my birthday is the VV Pintail. Did those just come back in stock or something? Because, man, I'm getting a lot of questions about the Pintail lately. I thought they were out of stock everywhere. Hello, Woman at Knife Review. How you doing? The knife community's best bromance. Yeah, that's probably what it is. How about that Thunder Rosa Britt Baker match? It was pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of the super bloody stuff, but that was pretty amazing, especially for the ladies. You don't see that very often in ladies matches. I'm watching Naked and Afraid. Why do they always bring the worst knives? I don't know. Why do they not wear pants? I mean, I know it's the whole premise of the show, but he just panic and flail his hands about. I don't know. Knowing Shabazz, he's an interesting human. He may have like some kind of black belt in sword fighting that we have no idea about. Shabazz doesn't sword fight. He has a utility belt. That's right, Justin. He would just throw batarangs at us. I wonder if I could block a batarang with a sword. I think that may be one of the challenges for our sword competition. We have to have someone throw stuff at them and at us and try and block it. Yep, that's going to be a stage. I think maybe something soft that would kind of sting but not really. Maybe oranges. Like throw oranges at us and try and block them. Nerf darts. Nerf darts might be fun. I don't think I could block a Nerf dart, though. Yeah, like Fruit Ninja style. Yeah, the Fruit Ninja round. Block a batarang with a sword. That's hilarious. Anyone know if you use Visa gift cards on Knife Eater? I don't know why not. Those Visa gift cards usually work everywhere. You throw zombie hunters as bangarangs. Bangarangs? Batarangs. Was there a song or something that said bangarang as a lyric? I don't know. Fun noodles would be easier than Nerf darts. Yeah, too easy, I think. Kickballs. Yeah, like dodgeballs. That might bring up a lot of horrible memories, though. Grapefruit, something like that. I think enough melons are going to die. Ooh, eggs is not... Eggs are still going to get on you, though, even if you block it. Eggs are still going to go all over you. Even if you manage to connect with the sword. They're going to spray. Grapefruit, yeah. The melons we're just going to swing and cut, I think, so. A joust. Well, we're going to be on opposite sides of the country, so. Baked potatoes or potatoes, period. I might have an unfair advantage with the potatoes, though. My people, we can talk to the potatoes. We can communicate with the potatoes. Bangarang was from the movie Hook. Is that what it's from? I don't even remember watching that. You have to shave with the other's choice of knife. Oh, that's almost unfair to me because I think I have a lot of, like, I think I have a lot of crappier knives than MC has. I think he mostly has really good knives. He has a small but very nice collection. And since my collection is much larger than him, I have some crap ones. I want to see M3 chop through an open L with his sword. Shut your mouth, Icon. Shut your mouth. Never destroy an open L. They're fine knives. Fine knives. And I don't know where any of mine are at the moment, or I'd bring out an open L. There's got to be one in this box. Nope. I don't know where any of them are at the moment. Try to tell them eggs. I don't want to get egg all over me. I'd rather get fruit juice all over me than egg. I have to shave with a Daleka. That's not possible. Thank you very much for the donation, Mick. I appreciate it. We all know it was because the Pope shut down the potato factories. Yep. Do you have any giant mouse knives left in the rotation, or you move them all down the line? I have at the moment, but I do want to get a couple of them back. I sold my Biblio thinking I was going to get a titanium one, and then it didn't work out. So I would have a Biblio if I hadn't screwed up. Eggs are better comically, yeah, but that's kind of just disgusting. And an egg would be really hard to hit. It also depends on the thrower. You'd have to have someone throw them that really didn't like you, because otherwise it'd be really easy. See you later, Peter. Thanks for hanging out. Always appreciate it. I love Open L too. Say, what is that French classic folder that has dots in it? It's a Leo, which I have one, but it's downstairs. It lives next to the. It's like our letter opener and stuff. It's a cheap Leo. It's not a good one. Hard boil maybe. I have titanium biblios at KnifeWorks. Yeah, but I was going to get one from them, and it wasn't going to cost me as much. Dude at the gun store pulled out a 3-foot open L. They make some big ones. I have a number 10 in my kitchen that I use all the time with the corkscrew in it. That's pretty big. I'd say it's a good 4 and something inch blade. Pies are the best projectiles. Oh, that's not a bad shout. Little small pies. Ooh, what about ho-hos? Could throw ho-hos. They'd be easy to... They'd cut well. Any Little Debbie snack, really. Little Debbie cupcakes, something like that. I have an 11. Ooh, you have to outdo me by 1. No, I'm just kidding. I've never had any bigger than the 10. That's the biggest one I've had. I like Open L's gardening knives, some awesome, some great shapes. Yeah, I don't garden, or I probably would have a couple of them. They do have some cool looking ones. The little mushroom cutting one has a brush on the end of it and stuff. They're pretty awesome. Mark will have to eat ho-hos while trying to slice the orange. Drake's cakes. I'm familiar what those are, but they go to 11. I think they go up to 14, I think is the biggest. I think there's an Open L 14. I'm not positive. I know definitely there's a 12. Ray says, just got an Amazon package today with a classic DVD that I can't wait to watch. The Incredible Mr. Limped. I don't know what that is. That's what she said. If you want to prove which of you is a real man, I think you should just both drink orange juice after brushing your teeth. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. You know, whole pig or salmon like on Forged in Fire. No, I don't really want to. I'm not a vegetarian, but I also don't like just hacking through meat and destroying it. It seems kind of wasteful and dumb. Hey, Nick, how's it going, man? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm having a decent day, yeah. Oh, the 13 is the biggest. Okay. Cadbury eggs. 'Tis the season. I do have some Cadbury eggs. And they'll be on sale soon. Cadbury eggs is that's a pretty good idea. It's a Don Knotts movie. Ah. It's a Don Knotts movie where he turns into a fish and helps the Navy sink U-boats. Well, I'm in, Rennie. I'm in for that one. 13 is 20 inches when open. Wow, that's very large. That's almost as large as my 2 feet put together. I added a brush to a honey badger claw as a flipper homage to the Opinel mushroom knife. Oh, that's cool. Cadbury eggs deserve to get sword sliced. Yeah, I would just try and pay someone extra money to freeze MC's Cadbury eggs. Nice fast. I dislike Cadbury eggs. I only like 1 or 2 every, Easter season. I eat 1 or 2 and I'm kind of done. I'm one of the few people who's glad they made them smaller. The big ones were just too much. They were, what steel pairs best with Easter candy? That's a really good question. I like the Cadbury mini eggs, the like giant M&Ms. Those are good. I like Peeps when they're stale. What's a close competitor to the Manics? Man, there's lots. If you want something a little bit more expensive, the Best Tech Exploit's a good one. I would drink the inside of Cadbury eggs if I could. Yeah, they are fairly tasty, but Reese's eggs for the win. Word. Knife Eclectic, that's right. Any of the holiday Reese's, whether it be the Christmas trees, the eggs, whatever, the pumpkins that don't look like pumpkins, they look like poo, but still, like, the ratio of peanut butter to chocolate on those is way better than a regular Reese's cup. The woman expert, don't tell her that. I see what you did there. Cadbury eggs are Easter's candy corn. I may be kind of fibbly too, because, like, yeah, every Halloween I want 1 handful of candy corn and I don't want any more. Yeah, holiday Reese's of any sort are amazing, or the little tiny Reese's. Don't get me wrong, I'll eat a regular Reese's any day of the week, but I like the holiday ones better. Just it's more peanut butter than chocolate. Yeah, hydrate. I just did. I just set it down. I'm actually really full. We had dinner plans get all screwed up because we had to go pick my son up somewhere unexpectedly, and so I ate the last of the corned beef that was left over. And then my wife said, "I'm stopping at Wendy's. Do you want anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll have some bacon cheese fries." And now I'm so full, I'm about ready to explode. And I put those cheese fries down an hour ago, and I'm still, like, uncomfortably full. What did Bad Santa say about candy corns? They can't all be winners. I've never seen that movie, but that's pretty funny. So it is 9 o'clock, where we haven't already. We've barely spoken of knives. There are some knives here. If you guys want to see anything else, let me know. I apologize. We're usually fairly disciplined the first hour, but we didn't. So it's off to the races now. Things have already gone crazy. But I'm gonna pull one watch out of my my watch case that smells bad, and I need to clean alone according to the instructions. I do want to get this one off, and now it's being insolent, and now the clasp isn't wanting to come undone because I over tightened it. There we go. So I did get another watch this week that I'm very excited about, and this is courtesy of Traska, and I want to specify that. So my gushing is, take that into account. They did send me this, but is the new Traska Freediver with a metal bezel, and oh my god, I love this thing. And they supposedly have like this coating on it that makes them extremely scratch resistant. So yeah, this thing is gorgeous. It's not perfect. Well, it's not running at the moment because it's been sitting here for a while. But it doesn't have a display case back of any kind. There's no engraving or anything. That's kind of disappointing. And the bracelet squeaks. So now it's not going to. Now it's just going to make shaky noises. But it does squeak. So, yeah. I love this thing, though. So good looking. A sword is still a blade, so Brews and Blades still applied. Yeah, I guess that's... But it was more just harassing MC than it was about the sword itself, because I don't even know what the sword is yet. So I'll see. I will definitely unbox it live on camera. It's supposed to arrive on the 30th, so... The 30th? Where's it coming from? Be careful that watch case might activate Johnny Sacco's flying robot. I don't understand that reference. Go and change your armor. China will smell like glue. Yeah, it says right in the thing that it'll smell, that the glue smell will be disappeared after you open the box of I never told you guys because MC popped back on and said he bought me a sword after I bullied him into it. But the funniest Chinese instructions I ever got was I worked at a bicycle shop and we would buy these really cheap bike racks, like cargo racks, you know, go on the back of your bike to carry panniers or whatever. And they were super cheap, and the instructions were computer translated from Chinese, and it said, with light hand and happy heart, insert bolt A into slot B. And we had it hung up like on the wall in the shop, and whenever a mechanic would swear at a bike about something, somebody would always say, it does not sound like you're using a light hand and happy heart. It obviously meant gently, but the computer translated it to with light hand and happy heart. Insert bolt A into tab B. I don't want to go on the cart. Don't be such a... I don't know what that... I missed something, I think. Don't need that kind of stuff, Philbilly. It's not their fault. I hear dog. Yeah, it's my neighbor's dog. It's that time of night. They're all out for their poo before they go to bed. I spent better part of the day putting LED strips behind the grill and inside the hood of on the WRX. Yeah, somebody asked me earlier, any updates on the truck? I did have one. I'm sorry, I meant to say it. So tomorrow is a glorious day. I didn't have time to do it today. I was going to do it today, first day of spring, but tomorrow is a glorious day where my truck is out of gas, and it's going to be in the 60s and 70s all week. So tomorrow, first thing in the morning, the truck is getting driven to Costco and filled up with a brand new tank of 93 octane, and I'm going to plug in my computer, my tuner, and crank it back up to full-on Diablo. So I get all my horsepower back. I've had it detuned because of because of the winter and stuff, and now tomorrow I can unleash the beast. So I'm very, very excited about that. It'll get all the pops back in the exhaust and everything. But I had to detune it for the winter because it was undrivable in full Diablo tune. Highly recommend, if you have a 5.3 liter V8 anything GM, get that Diablo tuner. It makes a world of difference. Best $300 modifying a car I ever spent. And hello, David. Finally able to have my own YouTube account. Well, you need to sign in on it next time. So we stop calling you Katie. Tell me more about that watch after Truck Chalk, please. I mean, Traska, I don't know, there's not a whole lot. Traska's a really cool micro brand company. It's 575, I think, in this form. It's Miyota, pretty high-end Miyota movement. This one's all stainless steel. You can get it with a ceramic bezel as well, but I like the stainless steel look. It comes in this gray, a black, or a mint. The mint is super cool. And I actually would even though I hate green, the mint looks amazing. But they sent it to me to show to you guys and to show my Instagram and stuff, and I thought my people would probably like the gray better, so I got the gray. Yeah, really nice milled clasp, all kinds of cool stuff. Very articulating bracelet, it wads up and all that stuff. It's a fantastic watch, super comfortable. It's what I'll be wearing on the morrow. I'm still in the honeymoon phase with the Bling Master G-Shock at the moment, but looking for Puppy Loves EDC or Puppy Loves Knives. Haven't decided. Are you going to get a Surge watch in the drop later this week? Tim, if I have the money, but that's a big question right now too. So I also haven't finished my taxes yet. I'm 90% sure I'm getting a huge refund, but if I don't, then definitely not. So we will see. They do look really cool though, and I know several guys who have them and they love them. And Serge is a great dude, so I would love to support him and get one. Busting balls is a time-honored tradition. I think I missed out on some ball busting, and I'm sad about that. Looking for a good EDC pen. Anything you recommend before tactile turn? Yep, and why is the name completely escaping me right now? I have several of them. I have two, at least, maybe three. Machine Era. There we go. Machine Era, yes. Machine Eras are great. Big Idea makes some good. Urban Survival are good ones. I've had an Urban Survival like Loner, but I don't own one. Machine Eras are awesome. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. I have zwei of them. Doug Machiner, I just got two. Yeah, I have a brass one and a stainless one. Oh, sorry, I do have three. And then I also have the one with the pocket clip. So I do have three. I have the stainless one with a pocket clip. That's the same one, but with a pocket clip. Can't remember what that one's called now. It's basically the same exact knife as the pen as the classic, but... dumb question, but is there a list of all your site discount codes that still work? Yeah, it's in the description of every single video. Which do you like most? Pens? I don't know. I like all of them. The Machine Eras are all twist-offs, and I prefer something fidgety and clicky, so I guess I like the tactile turns a little bit better, but they're both equally well made. And as far as writing, they're both very comfortable, and it just depends on which one has which fill in it. Just ordered a carbon fiber pen off Etsy, dude from Texas. I think I've seen those ones in my suggested things. I'm gonna make a comparison video between the Atom and Neutron tomorrow night. Cool. I did not know you had a channel, David Payne. I will check that out. Blue or black ink? I prefer blue. Oh, that fellow there, I thought we were friends. I don't know if I can be friends with somebody who prefers blue ink. I'm really not sure I can be. This is damaging to our friendship. And we just spoke on the phone the other day and everything, and now I find out that you like blue ink. God. There's another blue person who it's got to be like at least 90% of people prefer black, right? It's just got to be. Hope you're doing well in your first hand with experience with Civivi Damascus. I'm having very, very good luck with it. I've had very, very good luck with it. It basically performs exactly like their 9CR18 does, because that's mostly what it is. It's mostly 9CR. I don't know. I don't know about you blue ink people. I'm gonna have to start a poll on my I have to do a poll on the community page. Say what's your favorite ink color, and I'll say black because I'm a human, blue because I'm a secret lizard person. By the way, if you click join down below, I said it up front, I have not pimped it as much. You'll click join down below, or if you're on the Patreon support at any level, you'll get access to the Discord page. I'll be posting links to that tonight. And yeah, Discord's a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun over there for sure. Swami Ralph Purple. Purple's my favorite color, but not ink. I don't want to write in it. I'm not a flamboyant pop star. I don't feel like I can get away with that. Uniball Signo gel blanking. I use the Pilot G2 refills on everything I can, and I think all of my decent pens will take a Pilot G2. A couple of them don't have them because they still have the stock refills in them or whatever, but I mostly put a Pilot refills in them. I sign a lot of forms that are black ink only. I always use black, yeah. That's not cool. Us lizard people are supposed to stay hidden. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm an Illuminati clone, so we like black ink. So I see Austria is all we got about. See you later, Mark. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. For photocopy reason, my companies require original forms to be filled out in blue. It's weird. I think it'd be the opposite. It could be a flamboyant pop star someday. Dare to dream. I think those days have passed, and I can't sing to save my life. So, Pilot G2 and Schmidt fine liner. I think Schmidts are what are in all of my. Because I think every nice pen I have came with a Schmidt, and as they've worn out, I've switched over to Pilots. Fisher Space Pen refill because I write upside down. It's a space pen, Jerry. I have one that has a space pen refill in it, but. Was looking to purchase a Microtech Ultratech Bounty Hunter. I don't know if there is any around or not. Any leads, anyone? Probably not if you're asking that, eh? If you do stuff in blue ink, you can tell when it's been photocopied. I guess. Still weird. Most flamboyant pop stars can't sing. It's a limiting factor. Tom. Well, I'm thinking of like Prince, the best flamboyant pop star ever. Anyone know the cost of Surge watches? They're very reasonable, Sergeant Kong. They're like around 500, 550. They're not bad at all. Tactile Turn uses Pilots, yep. But I think Machine Era uses Schmidts. I can't remember. David Bowie also, flamboyant pop star. He was superb. The Brazen has my favorite Tanto ever. Also love the purple. If it wasn't D2, it would be my collection by now. Yeah, I'm really disappointed that it's D2, but... I mean, their D2 is fine. There's nothing to complain about the fact that it's D2. It's just that I'm bored of it. And I would rather it was one of the new 14C28N ones. I'd be super stoked if it was 14C28N. But as it is, I still really freaking like it. And it's $50. It's $50. It looks like this. It's got Civivi action, Civivi quality. Yeah. Gary Glitter. I've only heard like the name is butt of jokes. I've never actually looked up anything that he's done. I'm bringing one more watch because I'm happy that and this is a funny story. So I know that people are going to have a fit because I have a dive watch on something other than rubber or metal. Oh my Lord. But this is one of my other favorite microbands alongside Traska now. Laurier, these things are awesome. They're so pretty. And I put a genuine alligator strap on it. When I got it, my wife asked if it was real alligator. And I was like, yeah. And she said, but oh, that's so bad. It's a real alligator. It's terrible. I said, F alligators. Screw alligators. They are horrible. Did any of you live in Florida? I lived in Florida for 4 years. I hate alligators. Make them into watch straps, boots, gloves, car seats, beer koozies. I don't care. I do not like alligators. I lived right like on the shore of a lagoon, and every time I go out my backyard, there were freaking alligators all over in the backyard. Screw alligators. Yeah, I like lizards. I don't like alligators. Yeah, I don't care. But yeah, I think it looks great with this. So I was gonna buy myself with my first because I get to go start doing stand up again next month. I'm so excited. Like in 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, I get to do stand up again. I'm so excited. My first check, I was gonna buy myself a dress watch to celebrate being back on stage. I still might do that. Nothing horribly expensive, like a Seiko cocktail time or something. But I dressed this one up, and now I don't really feel the need for a dress watch because this looks so pretty. Alligators were there first. Yeah, they can go now. I don't like alligators. They frighten me, and they were always in my way. Like I couldn't mow the yard sometimes. I got a ticket once because I lived on base. So on a Air Force base. So I got a ticket once for not mowing my yard, and they're like, "Why didn't you mow your yard?" I'm like, "Because there was an alligator in it, so I didn't mow it." And then I had multiple. I had a bike race one time, ruined. I was 80 miles into a 100-mile-an-hour bike race, and we came around a corner in the pack, and there was like 15 freaking alligators sunning themselves in the road. Like, ended the race. It was ridiculous. I don't like alligators. I don't like them. So I'm proud to have genuine alligator on my watch strap because screw alligators. Alligator stole $20 from my dresser. I don't doubt it, Scott. You may be making a joke, but it seems totally plausible to me. With the limited interaction I've had with alligators, I believe you, and I feel awful for you and your struggle. Like it's my favorite Florida man story ever is that guy that threw a like 2.5 foot live alligator through the drive-through window of a Wendy's because they got his order wrong. So should I come get yourself a Cartier tank, Brian? If I could afford it, I would. I'd probably get a JLC Reverso because they're pretty similarly in price, but and I would wear that thing every damn day. But I can't afford a $2,500 watch. No way. Swami Ref. Leather is a renewable resource. So are alligators. You can make more alligators. Greg Wilson, congrats on going to do stand-up very soon. It's awesome. Yes, I'm very, very happy. Everything's kind of up in the air at the club, but I know that I'm going to be on one of the first 6 shows, but I just don't know which one yet. So I will let everybody know when I know. Exactly, Grateful Panic. Gators are prehistoric. They've been here long enough. They've outstayed their damn welcome. Alligators are aliens. They might be. They might be. Get the reverso. Oh, if I had money, I would get a reverso in a millisecond. I actually mentioned it on a watch person live stream that I was on Bobby Legs Love Watches. Great channel, by the way. Go check him out. I was on Bobby Legs thing, and I mentioned I wanted a JLC Reverso, and somebody messaged me on Discord and offered me a beautiful one for $2,000, which is a steal, just an absolute steal. And is exactly the one I want. And I said, no, I can't do it. But I'd love to have one. Alligators like surgical steel. Bobby Legs is the man. Yeah, he is. Bobby Legs is great. I like him a lot. Your favorite Florida man story isn't the one where a guy ate someone else's face and left the victim blind and both. No, because somebody got hurt in that one, Richard Fan. This is just, he threw an alligator in the window and he got charged with attempted assault with a deadly weapon. And it's just like, and he just had an alligator available in the car to throw through the window. It was like an impulse thing. He didn't like go away, get the alligator and come back. He just had a gator in his car. And that was how he retaliated for them getting his order wrong, was to throw a live alligator through the window. David Payne, I have 15 and only wear my Apple Watch. I only wore my Apple Watch for a while too, and then I just, like I've said before, I was no longer required to be that connected, so I refused to. Bet Lynn Thompson carried an alligator. Yeah, he probably had it like on his trunk or something like that. G-Man Pump, it's a nice looking watch. Thank you. It's a Traska Freediver. These are coming out this week, by the way, if you want to go grab one, traskawatch.com, and then they have commuter model coming out later. There's just more of a, well, like a, looks kind of Explorer-esque, like Rolex Explorer-esque sort of. That comes out later in the month. Shocking how many crimes we have here that involve alligators as weapons or currency. Yeah, you're right. It's currency, too. I have heard of that. It's the newest fad, live gator belts. I think I should get an alligator belt. I don't think I have enough dead alligators around me. Screw alligators. I hate them. Lynn Thompson sold cold steel and now trains gators for a living. Maybe. If Lynn Thompson can EDC in a Spada, he can EDC an alligator. Probably so. I thought Florida's currency was crystal meth. Now, I dislike Florida very much, but we're not going to go too far on them. I'm sure some part of Florida is a lovely place. I'll let you know when I find it. Actually, I take that back. There's one town, and there's a place called Inverness in Florida I really, really like. I used to go there a couple weeks a year, and that was great. That was a lot of fun. Lynn Thompson probably has the alligator boots to match. Lynn Thompson probably has a live alligator in his car, and then he wears alligator boots made of that live gator's mother, just to remind it of what he could do if he chose to. Gators and swords, great. You know what, guys? I'm so sorry this has gotten so off track, but we had a good couple weeks where we stayed pretty much on track. We had the whole incident with the weird weights and measures about 3-4 weeks ago. Then we had 2 good weeks where we really stuck to the program and we did a good job. So we deserve one night of stupid ass hattery. The Gators are bad. They also have their Stingray hit team. R.I.P. Steve Irwin. Yeah, it's true. What did I walk in on? Oh, it's too long of a story, David. Things have gotten off the rails. I like doing this in the back of comedy shows when one of my friends is on stage and their set is just going horribly bad, and I'll sit in the back and go like this, like I'm driving a car that's out of control, like that's gotten off the rails. It's fun. I can't do it well with just this, but I'll just make very exaggerated gestures like I'm driving a car that's sliding off into a ditch. I'm about 2.5 gators tall. Depends on the gator. Some gators I've seen, I'm only about like 0.7 gators tall. I've seen some big ones. I'll send you a link for alligator hide products. I need something else, alligator hide. My wife would hate it though. She's a big animal lover. She doesn't like that I have a genuine alligator watch band. And I said, that's because you've never met an alligator. Do you hate alligators because they're green? Kevin Campbell, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. Alligator wallets. Hat, I don't think I could do. Wallet, I could do. I wouldn't mind having an alligator wallet, actually. Alligators, the pickles of the animal world. Tom Kinchy, I think that's going to be the title of my autobiography. Is alligators, the pickles of the animal world, and it's not going to have anything to do with alligators or pickles. Ever had fried alligator at the state fair? No, I hate alligators so much I don't even want to know if they taste good. If they taste good, I might slightly like them more. My wrist size is 7 gator scales around. Probably needs an alligator suit. No, I don't need that much, but I can do an alligator wallet. What's everybody's next big knife purchase going to be? I think if I can get one, I'd really like to get one of those quiet carry drift 2s. I didn't realize how many changes they made to it, or I would have snagged one. Hollywood Tactical. They taste like chicken. No big surprise. Yeah, everything seems to taste like chicken. That's what they say. Except for ostrich, tastes like beef. Stupidity has its place, just fun. I have yet to eat alligator. Unumzan. I really liked my Unumzan, but just not enough to keep it around for how much it was worth. Just got a Hinder X18 3-inch. Very cool. You love your new drift. Yeah, I know everybody who's gotten one actually absolutely adores them, and I just didn't realize how many changes they made, so I didn't get one. Because I thought, I'd just be rehashing something, so I didn't get one. I'm on a knife hiatus waiting for something I can't live without. Yeah, I am mostly, Tom, but I'm still buying stuff for the channel. A skiff drifter in the works. That's awesome. Skiffs are so cool. I don't do customs, but if I did, a skiff would be the first one I got. Waiting on the 8020s to come out. Somebody said that somebody had crewware 8020s, which I didn't hear anything about that. CV is going out of business. That is lies. It does taste good if properly prepared. I like ostrich. I like buffalo. I've just never had. Yeah, DLT had crewware 8020s. Yeah, I've never had alligator. Got a combat Trudon yesterday. My thumb has open wound. Oddly, I've said this before, but oddly, my combat Trudon's like my easiest microtech to fire, and my regular Trudon is like pretty close second. I love this thing though. Purple. It doesn't look purple in Instagram pictures, which is annoying. It looks blue, but you can see it's definitely purple, but it looks very blue. Kangaroo's okay. I've eaten kangaroo, but only in jerky form. I've never had like a kangaroo steak or anything like that. I've just had kangaroo jerky. All my knife money is going into my garage. However, the whippersnapper is on short list. That's cool. You hear about the new OEM Hinder Gator scales? Oh, I wish. I'd snap those up in a second. Would love a TRM Shadow. They're trickling out if you keep an eye out on their little frequently asked questions thing. The Cali UTX-70 is a tight switch. It depends on the knife, honestly. It's not even like the model, Scott, with Microtex. It just varies from example to example. Like my Cali one was on my Cali UTX-70, which I only had for a minute. I never intended to keep it. Was kind of medium. My regular UTX-70 is kind of almost like on the really light side. My UTX-85, my first one was super stiff. The next one was fine. My Ultratech was very stiff, and then it went away in like a day, and it smoothed right out. It's just weird. Anthony Roush waiting for the Rockeye. I'm going to pull the Rockeye out because that is tomorrow's review. I probably should have had it out for longer, but this is the one I mentioned earlier that they said I'm allowed to review now. I've had this for a while, and they didn't want me to do a full review on it. So, but I am on the morrow. It's actually already recorded and uploaded and set to go. So tomorrow night at 8 p.m. there'll be a review of that, my full review, which is a full review because I've had this thing for quite a while and just wasn't allowed to talk about it. So. They call me gator salad. I don't know why I said it in that voice. But it is 9:30. It's when we wrap things up. OCD for EDC is live if you want to still keep talking about knives. Not that we ever started here, but if you want to go over there and talk about swords and gators, you can go do that. But I'm going to knock off for the night. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Always appreciate it. Always have a good time. And we bullied Metal Complex into buying me something. So I think that's a night well spent. Have a good one.